Hey guys, TikTok here, brand new video here in GTA 5 PC, and as you can see from this car park, it's quite exotic. These are all add-on cars before you ask, where did you get this car from? On the DLC? No, they're not DLC. It's add-ons cars from GTA5mods.com. I'll put a list of the cars in the description down below, so you can just search them up that way, rather than all the links, because all the links just take ages. So, we'll start off on this side of the car park, with McLaren's and the Nissan GTR. So, the first car we have here is the 2017 Nissan GTR, the revised, facelifted, new model of the older car, the legend that is the R35. If you know this car and you know your cars, then this is right up your alley. All-wheel drive beast, V6, 500, 600, I think 600 horsepower, I think it is. So that's that car, and about 80 to 90,000 pounds, which is $120,000. Really good car for supercar performance. Anyway, next car, 570 McLaren 570 GT. The Grand Tourer version of the 570S, already a really awesome car. The baby of the McLaren range, so it would have been replacing the, I think it's the MP4 12C or 12C, I think, because it was in line with the 650S. The 650S was lower than this. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, so 560 odd horsepower, I think it is. I can't remember. Or was it nearly 570? I think it's nearly 570, isn't it? I think that's right. Yeah. Anyway, I think that is correct. So yeah, Grand Tourer. It has more boot space than the normal 570S. About 140 grand, I think it is. £1,000, I think. I could be wrong. Next car is the 720S, and these three cars I absolutely love. Anyway, 720S, a £200,000 car from standard, but MSO options will push up to nearly 300,000. So, if you can afford a 720S and you want MSO customizations for your car, the MSOs are the people to go to. So 710, I was nearly 800 actually dry weight. I know it's been tested at nearly 800 horsepower, but the actual, I'm turning off the weather real quick. I know the actual figures is about 710 from McLaren. They're wrong, so it's about 800 nearly. Next to that is the Nürburgring lap time monster. That is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS. I love this car. I absolutely love this car. I hope these two cars here and the 570S, I think 570S will be in Horizon 4, hopefully. Hopefully these two cars here will be in Horizon 4 when it comes out this year. We just need to find out. I'm going to do actually videos on the game as well, guys. My predictions and stuff like that. So I'll do a video for each plate, maybe each bit. Maybe even one video. It'll be quite a long video, but hey. So anyway, so 720S you've already seen. 911 GT2 RS did lap time record of 6 minutes. Was it under 7 minutes? Or was it under 6 minutes? It was under 7 minutes. Was it 6 minutes 40? Let me just check. Just. Oh, come on. Just check on 6 minutes 47.3 seconds. So 6 minutes 47. Oh, that's really quick. One of the cars in the So there we go then. So we know that is an insane car. It looks better in silver, but I made it yellow because yellow looks also quite good. The bronze rims though, I probably wouldn't put bronze rims on the car. Maybe put black or something. Apologise for yawning anyway, guys. So next car after that is the Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo. It's the sort of the hatchback estate version of the Panamera. I like the new Panamera. It's really growing on me actually. Really growing on me. The older one, the very first generation of Porsche Panamera was butt ugly. If you know the car, it is ugly as mud. Anyway, so GT2 RS actually, the price of that in real life is 250 grand plus, I think if you customize it with this YSAC package, I think you can do it, is 300,000 as well, so it's a lot of money for a good car. mostly track focused. Anyway, Panamera, I don't know the price of that, but I'm gonna guess 120 grand. That could be more. I don't know. I'm guessing about 100k or odd. Or is it all-wheel drive? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is all-wheel drive. Pretty cool car, nonetheless. I don't know much about it. I'm not really. It's just Panamera. I'm not too keen on. Well, I am keen on. No, I don't mean keen. Not too keyed up. I mean, I don't know the facts and figures and stuff like that. Next car is the Porsche 911 Turbo S. The front, I think the front bumper is wrong, but because they overmodeled it, yeah, it looks like a normal 911 Carrera. But from the back, yeah, 911 Turbo S. You definitely can tell. So it is an awesome car. It's bloody quick. Honestly, such flipping blah. I can't speak. It's really fast car. Another car about 140 grand, I think. All-wheel drive, 600 horsepower ish, or is it less than that again? I can't remember actually. I know this car. It is bloody quick. 16 like 2.9 seconds. It's so fast because of the wheel drive system in the car. Like it's one of the fastest launching cars off the line. I mean, other than the 918, but still, it's stupid quick. But love it nonetheless. Next car we have the 812 Superfast, Ferrari's newest V12 beast. Again, a car that I was last year when we released in Geneva. I was a bit like not sure about it, but now it looks stunning. I hope they add this car to Horizon 4 as well. A car like this driving around in Horizon 4 would be amazing. Forza Horizon 4, that is, guys. If you like Ferraris, this is a good nice car. This is probably one of only a few Ferraris I like, just because other Ferraris are just meh to me personally. Lamborghini and McLaren are on a different matter, like different level. Anyway, so that's £200,000 car, I think it is. Specs. I've configured one on the Ferrari configurator, and I made it all black, and it looked awesome. Black rims, black everything, and carbon bits as well. Looked pretty awesome. If I can get a picture of it, I'll put it in the edit. You'll see it above this picture here. If not, I will upload this video. Look on my Twitter. There you go. So follow me on Twitter, guys, as well. Link in the description as always. Anyway, next car we have. There's two variants of the 488 here. One's got the five spoke rims, the other's got 10, but it's the coupe version. Ignore the scratches. I spawned a car in it, spawned on top of the 488 coupe. Another car that's quite. I like it, but the new Pista, the track focused but road legal road race track driven car, what I meant to say, is it's pretty awesome. I do like the new 488. It looks pretty cool. This car though is pretty cool. Next to that is this amazing thing, the LaFerrari Aperta. Ooh, another Ferrari that I definitely love. I love the LaFerrari. These three, I love these three personally. The GT4 Lusso, the model's a bit crap. It's like it's not as good as the other ones, but it's nice to see GT4 Lusso in the game. Well, that's an add-on mod, I mean. Wheels are a bit shiny, that's my own downside. My other cars are they're better. Next to that is Ferrari's second newest, or is it still newest? Relatively new actually. It's like a bit before which auto show was it out? It was an auto show quite recently, like a couple of months ago or last year. The Ferrari Portofino. I think at the moment it's growing on me. I'd have to see one in person and actually I like that car. It's much better looking than the California by far, and the California T by miles is better looking. There's the other 488 just with the 5-spoke rims. Anyway, we'll go across to here. This line of cars is quite interesting as well. So actually, before I go, so the LaFerrari Aperta, the LaFerrari is about 1 million to 2 million. This Aperta, I think LaFerrari Aperta is about 2 to 5 million. I think I know one was auctioned off about 5-6 million, which is insane. 83 horse, over 1,000. I think it's about 1,000 horsepower, isn't it? Near LaFerrari Post. V12 Beast. The 488 is 150 grand, I think. 650 horsepower from the V8. I can't remember everything to do with the 488, but LaFerrari V12, nearly 1,000 horsepower, I think it is. Actually, a Perta is the convertible, I suppose it would be, or would it be roadster? It's sort of a roadster version, I suppose it is. GT2 Lusso is, you have the V8 version and the V12. Is there a V6 as well, or is it just V8 and V12? I think it's the V8 and just V12. But anyway, the V12 is more expensive. If this is the V12 version, then it would be 100, 200. Let me just Google that again. I don't know the. So we'll go. So I can just Google on my phone. Where's the price of it? I'll look at Auto Evo or something. I think it's about 200 grand. 230 grand, so I was right. So that's for the V12 version, I think. The V8 version probably comes for a bit less. But yeah, anyway, so the Portofino is... How much is the Portofino? Let me just quickly Google that as well. Portofino cost 590 horsepower, 160 grand. You know the 488. Of course, the AIM Aston Martin Vantage, the new one. I'm not too sure about it at the moment. If you don't like this car, guys, I can understand that as well. The front is quite cool. The back looks a bit odd. That is 140 grand. I've been watching a video from Scene2 Glass. He was specing his own car because he wants to get one, and it was 140 grand, so it would be about 140 grand if you spec it up. Yeah. Next car, this car I love. It's already in Motorsport 7. I hope they add it in Horizon 4. The Aston Martin, actually, this Aston Martin, I hope they add it in Horizon 4. I wouldn't mind driving it in Horizon 4, actually. Same goes for those two Ferraris over there, the GT4 Lusso and the Portofino. The Giulia is a V6 from the Ferrari California, but taking away 2 cylinders. Is it 90? Is it a 100 grand car? I think it's about 100 grand car, anyway. Giulia Quadrifoglio is the more sporty version of just the Giulia. I've seen multiple Giulias. I was on a holiday last year to Switzerland. A pretty cool car. Actually, I've seen a Giulia, haven't I? I did see a Giulia Quadrifoglio. Foglio, as it's pronounced. Well, spelled. I like that car a lot. It is pretty cool. Next to that, we have the new BMW M5, the 2018 one. So this year's model is, it's a beast of a car. All-wheel drive, X-drive. You can make it wheel drive as well, but best sort of setting in the car. 80 grand, I think, because spec'd up right. I think Focus RS, I know, is about 37 grand. Because I know multiple friends of mine who have them. Lucky buggers, that's what they are. Nitrous Blue, which is this is kind of Ultra Blue and GTA. It's very similar actually to Ultra Blue and GTA. Nitrous Blue. Ford, actually, they've made an orange of it edition, which Schmee's getting, and a special red edition, which Schmee's also getting. Lucky. He's selling the blue one now. The new Mustang GT, which is the 18 one, is definitely grown on me. I do quite like the lights. It does look nicer, like more aggressive than the older last generation. But I think this model does look a bit short though. Personally, the lights look a bit odd at the back. It's too flat-ish. Yeah, it's a bit. That is about Mustang GT. Is if it's a V8, about 30 to 40 grand, 35 to 40 grand. So again, not too bad. V8. 500, 600 horsepower. Focus RS is 300, I think. M5 is... I can't remember the M5 horsepower actually. is about 500. I think it's about 500. Julia is about 450, 500-ish. I could be wrong with the specs. Next car is a car I definitely kind of like now, actually. The older concept model was ugly. This is the Lamborghini Urus, or Urus, as Italians may call it. I definitely think it's quite an appealing looking car. It's interesting. It's an interesting looking car. Obviously this model is from CSR2 because it's not in Horizon 4 or 3 yet. So Motorsport 7, I mean. But I reckon we'll probably see it in Horizon 4. I reckon so. Don't know why, but I do think so. Because they had the old Urus and the other previous 4s, so why not add this? Anyway, 190 miles an hour, sports SUV, 250 grand I think it is. Spec'd up to the craziness. Next car is another car I absolutely adore, Lamborghini Aventador LP754 SV. Yeah. 400, about 350 grand car, spec'd up right, 400 grand. Pretty much. Or was it 350? Was it 250 plus 200? About 350 I think it is, roughly. Roadster and Coupe, I like both, honestly. An amazing looking standard car. It sounds amazing in Horizon 3. I hope there's no Horizon 4. We'll have to wait and see. I love this car. I had to do, with Horizon 3, to buy the VIP car pack to be able to buy it. I was like, yeah, pre-order the game. I don't give a damn. Anyway, such an awesome car. So next car we have for that is another car I love. Doesn't really, sort of better than that, but is the Lamborghini Huracan Performante Coupe. Another track record holder beast. Ran the Nürburgring, 6 minutes 40. I can't remember. It was 6 minutes 40 something. Was it 48 or something? 49. 49. I think it was nearly 650. I think it was what I meant, 6 minutes 50-ish. A beast of a car as well. It looks better in some colours. White is when you colour it. You can colour it comes in the mod. Well, you can change colour. The wheels are only that bronzy colour because you can't change them. You could change them if you change the rims, but I can't bother because I like the stock rims. Seen through glass, not seen through glass. Tony from Gravelwood Cars has a green one which looks pretty awesome. TG, or Tom as he's also known as from his channel TGTV. What it was his originally his car, but he gave it to Gravelwood Cars, Tony, for instead. Next car I still love, but that is higher than it just because I love it more. It's the Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4, the all-wheel drive one. The LP580 is the rear-wheel drive one, just so you know. You can tell by the front looks slightly different. 610 horsepower, 140 grand. That is nearly 200 grand actually, the Huracan Performante. Next car, the MG GTR, the Beast from the Green Hell, as it's called. Is another track record holder on the Nürburgring before the Huracan beat it, and then the GT2 RS beat that. So we have GTR is V8 bi-turbo, replacing the SLS Black, I think it is. But I reckon we'll see a more hardcore version of the GTR at some point. I just think so. 120 grand, I think it is. Or is it more than that? Probably more than that, but I could be wrong about that. And then we have, last but not least, a car I absolutely love as well, the Bugatti Chiron, a $2.5 million car. Yeah, you know about this car, W16, 1500, or was it 1500? Yeah, 1500 horsepower, all-wheel drive, absolute craziness. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. All these cars took me a few days to get into GTA. I will probably put a video up how to do it. It is fairly simple. If you know how to do it, you can do it multiple times. So thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe for more, stay tuned for more Forza content, GTA content, and what have you. I will definitely be posting a lot more recently. I've just been busy with work and other stuff. So thanks for watching guys. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, all links in the description as always, and I'll see you next video. Peace.